A common mistake I see with folks that are new to QuickBooks is adding new accounts, but not paying attention or not understanding which of the five building blocks the account should fall under or the category should fall under. And then they categorize transactions to that category or account endlessly. And that throws off their balance sheet, profit and loss. It throws off the accuracy of all of their reports just because they didn't pay attention or understand how critical it is to make sure you can create as many new accounts as you want in QuickBooks, but you need to make sure they're under the right building block. Are they an asset, a liability, equity, income, or expense? So here's an example. So let's say we have um, this thing from A rental here, and let's say we're like, oh, that was a car rental. So we need that under, I want to create a new account that is specifically for car rental. Okay, so you can go into account here, add new account, and I'm going to name it car rental. And here's where it starts going awry. People click in here and they don't pay attention to what it's supposed to be. Now, there's an alternative menu that sometimes pops up when you do the add account where QuickBooks lets you fill in the account name, but it auto-fills these two categories as a bank account and cash on hand. And so I see a lot of folks that have categorized or created an account that was intended to be, in this case, it was supposed to be an expense. So we would have wanted to come down to expense, but because they either weren't sure, didn't pay attention, or just trusted whatever QuickBooks auto-filled, they wound up putting it in as a bank account. Okay, and so that's just one example. But if you put something in as an expense account that's supposed to be a liability, or you put something in as a bank account that's supposed to be equity, it's going to throw off all of your reports and you're not going to have accurate reporting anymore. Okay, so I'm going to say that we did accidentally created this car rental, which was supposed to be an expense. I'm going to say car rental expense, but we accidentally made it a bank account as cash on hand. Okay. So now if we categorize this under car rental expense, which from here looks just fine, right? Then I go ahead and hit add. Now look what happens when I go to my chart of accounts. Now we have another bank account that's called car rental expense, and it looks like $800 has been added to it from the checking account. So that's completely inaccurate, right? And so in order to fix that, we can try, sometimes you can go over to the right click, the drop down, and you can change it from there. Okay. So it's going to throw, hey, this is going to change your accounting. Yeah, we want it to because we put it under the wrong thing. So I'm going to put it under travel and hit save. And now when we go down into our expenses and go to car rental, now you can see it's moved it as a car rental expense. And when we run the report, now the expense has been categorized correctly. So that's one of the things that you need to pay attention to when you're adding your own accounts to QuickBooks. It's just fine to customize it the way you want, but you've got to make sure that you understand which building block the category is supposed to fall under and route it or map it accordingly.